Every child relies on their mother's love to keep them safe and warm.
She had not really very much feeling for them at all.
A parent always puts their children first.
Okay, come on, time to go to bed.
To do that to your children, I can't think of any reason for that.
Unless they're more valuable dead. Houston, Texas, in 1987. An all-too-common scene plays out.
Where the hell you been? You're out late.
Get lost. I don't
Young
care.
parents with 2 young children
Don't care about me. What about your kid?
struggling with life and each other.
Frances had no breaks in life. She didn't have a good education, and she became a mother when she was still a child herself.
Is there any money?
No, there's no money. Business is bad right now.
Frances Newton is 15 when she has her son, Alton, and a few years later, daughter, Farah. It's too much, too soon. Now she and husband Adrian fight constantly.
He was violent. She was violent. He sold drugs. She took drugs. What was ever for there to be happy about? What future was there?
Frances soon finds something to be happy about. A lover. Hoping he can bring the new life she wants.
Let's go away together. Somewhere nice.
Pretty soon, she moves in with him, leaving her children with her estranged husband. The couple is heading for a divorce. And Frances tells family she's scared of her husband, Adrian. She confides in her cousin.
Hey, girls.
Hey, Frances.
Hey.
What's happening, girl?
Oh, well, Adrian and I, we've been fighting a lot lately. I don't want there to be trouble. I don't want another fight.
She stayed there just a short period of time,
Thanks, girl.
and then she asked her cousin to go back to the apartment with her.
Can you come home with me?
Sure, girl.
All right, bye. Bye.
The children were at the apartment with her husband at the time.
On April 7th, 1987, the girls are in for a shock.
That's fine.
And I'll fix you a drink or anything to eat.
Oh, one's fine. It's only a wet moment, so...
Hi. Adrian! Frances! What happened to
Her husband was shot while he was asleep on the couch because his body was found on the couch lying face up, indicating that there had not been any struggle.
It's a nightmare.
You're talking about a baby's clothing that was covered in blood, and the little boy's clothing was covered in blood, and it was just really something that was heartbreaking.
Has Frances's violent husband killed her children? And then himself? Or has an intruder wiped out her family? The truth is far stranger. In the spring of 1987, in Houston, Texas, 21-year-old Frances Newton and her cousin discover a shocking crime. Murder-suicide? or something else.
The cousin informed the police that Frances had been acting oddly. Before she went back to the apartment, she was telling them, you know, you just never know when you might not see a loved one again.
You know, you should never leave your family without letting them know you love them.
That's it, girl. You have to tell me.
Amen.
I mean, you just never know when you might see a loved one again.
Frances does something else odd.
See, I saw her put this bag.
The cousin saw Frances hide a bag in a house next door to the relative's house.
And there is something nobody knows. Frances has taken out life insurance on her family.
Hi. These are the insurance policies y'all sent out. They're all done.
She took one out for herself and one out for her daughter, who was less than 2 years old, and one out for her husband.
You got them all?
Yeah, that's Ferris and Adrian's as well.
I thought he was.
Each policy was $50,000.
Oh, he signed it. He just can't come in today. He's working.
She forged her husband's name on the life insurance policy.
Well, thanks. I'll have a good look at this and I'll get back to you.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Goodbye.
The policies are Frances's secret for now. But the police have the stashed bag, and inside of it, a gun.
Ballistics testing showed that the bullet from each body was fired from the gun that Frances hid next door to the relative's house, the same gun that had been taken from her boyfriend's apartment.
It doesn't take long to piece together the real story. Frances visits her family to cash in some life insurance and waits until they take a noon nap.
She lacked education in every area of her life. And so 50,000 was like a treasure chest of gold coins. Like the pirates in the movies, it was everything.
With every shot, Frances thinks she's scoring another 50 grand.
She shot them very quickly in succession, one after the other.
As if no one would notice, Frances tries to claim the insurance payouts
Hello, police?
just 2 weeks after the murders.
A lot of people who do have insurance policies on their children don't want to cash them in. Not Frances.
Yeah. I've been reading about
A
this.
company representative calls police.
Yeah, and I have this woman named Frances. Yes, Frances Newton. She came in.
Frances Newton's escape from the everyday pressures of a young family. Frances Newton is found guilty of capital murder and sentenced to death. She spends 19 years on death row and manages to keep her true crime secret from cellmates.
It was smart for Frances to keep her mouth shut and never admit that she killed her own children or one of the other death row inmates might have killed her.
In the end, the state of Texas kills Frances by lethal injection in September 2005.
I think Frances was capable of further murders. If they crossed that line to kill their baby and their young child for really no reason other than money, if you cross that line, no telling what other lines you're capable of crossing.
A young girl lives on the streets with no constraints.
She was a very confused girl, but she was capable of knowing how to get what she wanted.
Yeah, what you looking at, you fat cow?
Every day is about survival.
You see the face of an innocent child, but that's just a mask.
The suburban wilds will unleash a beast.
While her friends are reading Harry Potter, playing hopscotch, she's out doing dope, drinking booze, and committing murder.
In 2006, the town of Ipswich in Suffolk, England. Des Thorpe is in the throes of a drinking binge.
Des had quite a severe drinking problem and was known to have that problem over a number of years.
There's always one person on hand to help him. 12-year-old Lorraine, his daughter.
Daddy, are you all right?
She very much doted on her father,
Come inside, I'll make you a cup of tea.
but her father obviously had an addiction, which she was having to live with herself and see as she grew up. It was a very difficult upbringing for her.
Young Lorraine tolerates her father's drinking, but her mother has had enough.
Lorraine, come on, sit down here a minute. I need to tell you something.
The father-daughter bond is threatened
I'm moving out.
by divorce.
We're getting a divorce.
Why are you divorcing? I'll be good.
Lorraine, it's nothing to do with you.
Divorce hurts children. Under the best circumstances, it can be difficult. Under less than desirable circumstances, a divorce can be devastating for the child. And it was in Lorraine's case.
Well, what will happen to me?
Well, you will live with me, darling.
No, I want to live with Dad. Promise I can live with Dad.
In Lorraine's eyes, there is only one choice. She wants to stay with her dad.
At 12 years old, when Lorraine's parents split up, Lorraine was sent to live with her father, who was a severe alcoholic and needed care.
Des Thorpe was in a terrible state in terms of more or less incapable through alcohol. She did things that a daughter and a girl of her age should never have to do for their father. She did, in her own way, try and look after him.
Here you go, Dad. Eggs and beans. Get that too.
On the edge of society, Lorraine leads a nomadic life with her dad.
Quite a feral existence. Sofa surfing with her father, and she would just go from place to place to place, putting her head wherever she could.
Come on, you need to eat something.
She obviously learnt to live and survive in the best way that she could for herself.
To cope, she begins drinking herself.
Because the brain of an adolescent is still forming into their late teens, excessive use of alcohol can have very, very damaging effects on that developing brain.
Yeah, well, sod you!
By the age of 15, Lorraine holds her own in her father's circle of alcoholics.
You looking at, you fat cow?
Lorraine ended up on on the street with basically homeless street people that drank. That was what they did. And many of them were more than twice her age.
Despite her confidence, she's a little girl desperate for her father's attention, or someone just as good. She finds it in Paul Clark.
Clark was known to be quite a violent person. And for him, that did something for his own self-esteem, that he was at least top of the pile from his little group of people that he mixed with.
With her father a virtual invalid, Paul is everything Lorraine always wanted, and he gives her attention.
Lorraine Thorpe was drawn to him and became sort of part of his life. They formed some sort of bond, and quite often they were together.
Come on, come here. The nature of their relationship we really don't know much about, but here you have a man who sees, all I have to do is groom this child, train this child to be my puppet.
He gets a chance when social services try to take Lorraine away from her alcoholic father. Paul offers her a home. With him and girlfriend, 41-year-old Rosalind Hunt. Lorraine finally has a man that wants to take care of her, but is she willing to do what it takes to keep his attention?
Paul Clark was an aggressive, manipulative bully. If he wanted something, he took it. In Lorraine, Paul Clark had found his match.
In Suffolk, England, 2009, a volatile partnership is blooming. 41-year-old Paul Clark has charmed homeless teenager Lorraine Thorpe. They live off the meager benefits of Paul's girlfriend, fellow drunk Rosalind Hunt.
Rosalind Hunt was quite a fragile woman.
Give me some money.
She was known among the drinkers to be the sort of person that they could prey upon.
Just about had enough of you. It's the last time for you.
Sorry, Paul.
She had a flat of her own. She had benefits coming in.
To Lorraine, Paul is the father figure she's always wanted, unlike her incapacitated dad.
Des Thorpe was in a terrible state in terms of more or less incapable through alcohol. She did, in her own way, try and look after him and had some devotion to him.
But Lorraine's new hero, Paul, is a dangerous liaison. To be a part of his world, there is a price to pay. One night, his abuse takes a violent turn. His girlfriend, Rosalind, the recipient.
Paul Clark was a man who lived and thrived on violence, and I think he encouraged it and encouraged it in others.
Instead of being repulsed, Lorraine joins in.
Sometimes people in a group do things they would never do individually. I don't think that's really the case with Lorraine. I think Lorraine had it within her to be, well, I think she was a mean, aggressive sociopath.
For the first time in her short life, Lorraine feels in control.
Punch her again, I could have done so much more, you know? Yeah, she deserved it.
They bragged about it. Lorraine was proud of it. She told other people how much fun it was beating up on Rosalind.
So much fun.
You find it funny, did you? You find it funny? It was funny, wasn't it?
Together, the couple are strong in a world where only the tough survive.
The strong pick on the weak in that environment, and ultimately, Rosalind Hunt was too fragile for her own good.
Bruised and battered, Rosalind is a prisoner in her home. And there's more to come.
The use of a cheese grater on any skin surface would have caused extreme pain. The nerves run beneath the epidermis. So the fact that this area has multiple superficial scrapes and cuts is going to cause excessive bleeding. It's going to cause incredible pain.
The torture intensifies. They literally rub salt into her wounds.
Some researchers and academicians think sadists are created. As children, they're turned into sadists because of the way they're treated. And others say they're simply born that way.
The torture goes on for 2 days before Rosalind is finally dead.
A girl that was wrapped up in her own world that relatively few of us would recognise, and certainly not a world that most children live in. She would do whatever she needed to do to get what she wanted. Whether she realised the consequences of doing that is another matter.
Paul and Lorraine hide at her father's home.
Just take a look at him. He stinks. Do something about him.
All right, then I'll get him in the shower.
She looked after her father and cared for her father. They're not the actions of a cold-blooded killer. They're the actions of a little girl who is lost, who is trying to do the best she can for the person that she loves.
But Rosalind's murder is in the news, and Lorraine's father is immediately suspicious.
I heard that they found Rosie's body. It was you, wasn't it? You killed her.
Shut up, Dad!
Lorraine must choose freedom or her father's life.
You know it well. He's got to go too.
She chooses to sacrifice her dad.
At the end of the day, he was murdered by his own daughter, who had been a devoted daddy's girl.
They found an imprint of a shoe across his head, so that means that someone stomped him good on the face. And that had to be Lorraine. The game is over now. You've just created a monster.
Having committed 2 murders, the couple flee, but don't get far. Security cameras capture them leaving the house.
Lorraine and Paul Clark were seen leaving the flat, and they were arrested only a few hours later.
In September 2010, Paul Clark is convicted of double murder and is given a life sentence with a minimum term of 27 years. On the same day, 16-year-old Lorraine Thorpe becomes Britain's youngest convicted female double murderer. She is serving a life sentence with the possibility of parole after 14 years.
Lorraine Thorpe, you've got to remember, was a very damaged child. She came from having very little to trying to look after her 43-year-old father at an age when the biggest problem most teenagers will have of her age would be losing their mobile phone. She will become synonymous with the murder of her father and the murder of a vulnerable woman. Whether people see beyond that, who knows?
In 1984, in the affluent suburb of Orinda, California. Cheerleader tryouts are in full swing at Miramonte High School. Competition is fierce for the prized squad positions.
And Somerset, you're up.
Cheerleading in those days was a terribly important status for young girls.
At the top of her game, 15-year-old Kirsten Costas.
Ready? Hey, nothing's gonna stop us. You know just what I mean. We're gonna fire up.
Just a spirited young girl.
They're starting to get lazy. They're starting to mess up.
She has tremendous self-confidence. Everyone wanted to be like Kirsten.
No one more than 15-year-old classmate Bernadette Prody.
Bernadette aspired to be a cheerleader because it was a way for her to become part of the most popular group, she thought.
Ready? Okay. Nothing's gonna stop us. You know just what I mean. We're gonna fire up and beat the other team.
She was never satisfied with her status. She always felt she was inadequate.
We're gonna keep on fighting until we win this cup.
Bernadette craves acceptance and admiration, something being a cheerleader could bring her.
It was a way of saying, you have arrived. You are now anointed one of the popular girls. Kirsten Costas became a cheerleader, and Bernadette Prody did not.
It is a crushing blow for the young teenager.
It was basically in her mind or psyche that she was inferior, that she didn't measure up.
For a lot of teenagers, the most important thing in their life is what's going on now and their peer group.
Bernadette receives another blow when she doesn't make the yearbook committee.
Plenty of girls didn't make it. She's not the only one who didn't make it. But for her, it was pretty devastating. It was a double whammy.
At least you're still in the Baba ranks.
Nobody cares about being a Bobby anymore, Jody. It's about being on the yearbook that matters now. And about being a cheerleader. I so wanted to be a cheerleader, Jody. I tried so hard.
I know you did, Bern.
Bernadette starts to blame one person for her failures.
My mom got it for me.
The class queen, Kirsten Costas.
It's so unfair. She has everything and I have nothing.
She even takes offense at her rival's offhand comments.
Oh my God, whose are these? I think they're due for retirement.
We can't all be rich and perfect, Kirsten.
I didn't mean it like that, Bernadette.
Probably innocent enough, but Bernadette really took that as someone putting her down and made her feel very inadequate.
Whatever she tries, Bernadette can't compete with Kirsten.
I think Kirsten was a symbol of what she wanted to be but couldn't be. And I think it bothered her terribly.
There's resentment brewing that is bound to explode.
Perhaps she thought if she eliminated Kirsten, all would be well.
In 1984, 15-year-old high school freshman Bernadette Prody is consumed with jealousy.
Kirsten was the girl who she really wanted to be, and I think it was just a mounting fury.
Her rival is Kirsten Costas.
It's so unfair.
But she won't be a rival for long. Bernadette starts with a trap, pretending to be a member of Kirsten's sorority.
Hello.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Costas. This is a friend of Kirsten's from the Bobbies.
I'm afraid Kirsten isn't here right now.
Oh, no, that's okay. That's okay. I just wanted you to let her know that we're having a top secret initiation dinner on Saturday night. And can you tell her that we'll pick her up from her place at 6 p.m.?
Bernadette invites her to a dinner.
All right, then.
No one fears foul play.
Mrs. Costas, goodbye.
I don't think it ever occurred to the Costases that it was anything other than a surprise invitation and that their daughter would probably have a great time.
Kirsten Costas will soon find out there is no dinner party.
What the hell are you stopping here for? Because I want to talk. Just
There was no meal. The only thing on the menu was murder.
why aren't we friends, Kirsten? I mean, I tried so hard with you.
I thought we were friends.
Well, then why do you always treat me like I'm a weirdo?
Never thought you were a weirdo until tonight.
I am not a weirdo! This is going nowhere. No!
For the first time, Kirsten realizes her classmate is obsessed with her. But now she is trapped in an unfamiliar suburb.
Kirsten ran to a house and sought help from complete strangers.
What is the problem?
Oh, my friend's got all weird on me. Oh, can I please come in and use your phone? Oh, please!
He seemed very upset, so the gentleman of the house decided that he would offer to take her home.
But Kirsten's parents aren't home.
Thank you so much for driving me
Oh,
home.
you're welcome. You think your parents will be home soon?
I hope so.
Why don't I wait here till you get inside safely?
Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome.
And Bernadette is one step ahead of them.
Appeared to be a teenage girl, came out of the bushes, and he thought initially it was a fist fight.
The Good Samaritan doesn't see Bernadette's knife. Not realizing Kirsten is fatally wounded, he pursues the attacker.
He followed her for some distance.
And midway, he thought, wait a minute, I have to go back and see what happened to Kirsten.
A neighbor has already found the dying teen.
The way that Bernadette killed Kirsten, repeatedly stabbing her, shows how out of control her jealousy and rage was.
I can't stop the blood.
Bernadette was in a lot of pain, and she thought killing Kirsten would end that pain.
It's a shocking crime that terrifies the middle-class neighborhood.
It had to have been someone who was in a drug-induced haze. It had to have been an outsider, because people in Orinda didn't do things like this. They didn't have a motive. I mean, no one could make sense of it.
No one, not even the Good Samaritan, suspects Kirsten's young classmate. For 6 months, Bernadette keeps her secret until she can no longer live with her guilt.
Bernadette was leaving for school, so she just told her mother, well, there's a note on the counter for you that will explain this.
She can't bear to speak the truth, so she writes it.
I've been able to live with it for a while, but I can't ignore it. I'm even worse than words can describe, and I hate myself. Don't ask why, because I don't understand this, and I don't know why. I'm sorry.
In March 1985, 16-year-old Bernadette Prody is found guilty of second-degree murder. She is sentenced to a maximum of 9 years in the California Youth Authority. Her quest for popularity destroys Kirsten and her parents' memories.
Kirsten's mother would tell me that she couldn't hear another girl laugh or couldn't see other kids without crying. And I'm sure that lasted for years, if not forever.
At 23 years of age, after 7 years in custody, Bernadette is released. She now lives under a new identity. Buckingham Palace, the ultimate symbol of England's pomp and ceremony, home to Britain's kings and queens. Only a few privileged outsiders get to know life inside these hallowed halls.
Hey, Sal.
Working-class girl Jane Andrews will be one of the lucky ones. In 1988, the shop assistant answers an intriguing ad in a magazine.
But it's got to be someone wealthy. I mean, it's not just anyone that puts an ad in the Lady, is it? Yeah. I'm going to go for it.
The job is beyond Jane's wildest dreams. Working for the Queen's daughter-in-law, the Duchess of York, Sarah Ferguson.
All of a sudden, Jane was being allowed to walk down the corridors of Buckingham Palace and other great houses to go with Sarah Ferguson wherever she went. She allowed Jane Andrews to become a central part of her life. And as a result of that, of course, Jane Andrews could move in circles that she would never dreamt of. She went to the best parties. She met famous people. She earned a good living.
Rubbing shoulders with England's elite, Jane meets her own Prince Charming.
Jane Andrews.
Lovely to meet you.
Likewise.
You look absolutely ravishing.
The wealthy stepson of a Greek shipping magnate. But Dmitri doesn't know what he is in for.
The picture we found there was actually very disturbing, that she had a propensity for manipulation, used violence on a number of occasions, certainly stalking behaviour, could be very foul-mouthed.
She was extremely dramatic, extremely manipulative.
I'm a dresser.
Ah, yes, the Duchess of York.
You've done your research.
Most certainly, ma'am.
This was a woman who was always on the edge.
Jane sees rich men as her ticket to the high life.
Jane wasn't so much looking for love as she was looking for financial security, a big, fat wallet.
This is lovely music. Would you like to join me as well?
Well, I'd be inclined to say yes.
Let's do that then.
She's been described variously in the media as a bit of a gold digger. She had airs and graces above her station.
It's been great, really, it has.
It doesn't take long before Dimitri sees Jane's dark side.
What do you mean it's not working out?
Exactly that, it's not working out. Exactly.
This is a woman that pushed. She always wanted more. So she always wanted more time. She always wanted more affection. She always wanted more money, being taken out to better restaurants.
Are you leaving me?
Being dumped by her lover brings out the worst in Jane.
Leave me, you bastard!
For goodness sakes, you're making this
She no longer acts like a lady.
It's ridiculous! I'll show you ridiculous!
You know what? You're making this incredibly easy, okay? I'm leaving now. Thank you.
You can't leave me! You're a bastard!
She couldn't stand rejection.
I'll show you!
When he rejected her, she ripped up his clothes and stole a check from his checkbook.
The world he brought to her, the wealth, the parties, the important rich people, it would all be gone.
Bastard!
If a guy comes home and finds that his suits and shirts have all been slashed to pieces, I'd head for the airport.
Dimitri escapes. But the next man won't be so lucky. Desperate not to lose her entry into high society, Jane soon finds a replacement.
Tom, what do you do?
Tom Cressman.
Things are you into?
Fast cars, boats. Yes.
He comes from a rich family and is a successful businessman in his own right.
Yes.
I met Mr. Cressman a couple of times. He was quite an interesting personality. He ticked a lot of Jane's boxes. He was good looking, he had wealth, he had a good taste, beautiful cars, lovely flats, well furnished, and he had that sort of authority with him that she liked. She always thought to herself, what can I get from this person?
Jane has had a taste of life at the top, and she wants to stay there, whatever the cost.
The match between Tom Cressman and Jane Andrews was made somewhere other than heaven.
And here I am.
Tell more.
No, you tell more. Tell me more about the cars.
Any man that got involved in a relationship with her would either be very brave or he's got a death wish.
1990s, London, England.
There's an ad in here for a person.
A working-class girl answers an ad in a magazine and ends up working for the royal family. Jane Andrews not only walks the corridors of Buckingham Palace, but has a wealthy high society boyfriend.
Her relationships had a sort of central core about them, and it was always about what more can you as a man give me?
And generally the sort of people she would have affairs with or relationships with would have been people of high net worth, people with some influence.
Tom, I'm serious. I'm giving you an ultimatum of 6 months until you have to propose to me.
Her future seems assured. All she needs is a marriage proposal.
Look, can't we talk about this on the halls? Yeah. Come on.
On the holidays?
Yeah. Come on.
Well, as long as we do discuss it.
Okay, come.
But things take a turn for the worse. Jane gets fired by the Duchess.
Sarah Ferguson probably thought that Jane Andrews was getting a little bit above herself, and it became a convenient excuse for her to cite money troubles to let this woman go.
The official reason was downscaling.
I think Jane may have been way, way out of her league, working for the royal family with such a demanding job. The stress must have been enormous.
For a woman who can't cope with rejection, it is a crippling blow.
Her losing her job to Sarah Ferguson basically set her off. This was a woman who had a job for life, earning good money. All of a sudden, she's cast out. She takes a PR job, she fails at that. She then becomes a shop assistant.
Her rags to royalty story is over. Jane is back at the shop front.
Do you know, Tom, I love you.
Now her only hope of keeping up appearances is Tom.
Tom Cresman is her way out, her meal ticket.
So I love you too.
That's it? Is that all I get?
She always pressurised men. She always pushed them into a situation where they would walk out on her.
Tom went away for a weekend where he met another woman. Shortly thereafter, Jane found emails that he had sent that woman describing the old girlfriend similar to an old pair of slippers. Nice to have around, but didn't really want her. This devastated Jane.
And all of a sudden, her dreams begin to disintegrate. Not only has she lost the job with Sarah Ferguson, she's now losing the man she loves. And that is the beginning of the end for her.
I think he was very worried by some of Jane's possessive behaviour, and I think he was thinking, do I want to have this for the rest of my life?
A letter Tom has hidden in the closet confirms there will be no wedding.
He wrote a letter. I do love you, but you're a bit too intense. I need time, I need space, I need to think about it. I'm not ready to make a commitment to you.
The moment it became apparent that he wouldn't marry her, Mr. Cresman was fair game. And that's the trouble with Jane Andrews, is that there is no end to that emotional spectrum. She loved him, she hated him.
Tom! Tom! What's this letter I just found? Did you write it? Is it true?
There was a confrontation. Tom told Jane he had no intention of marrying her.
I need time, I need space to think.
Oh, I'll give you all the space you need!
Jane and Tom got into a terrible fight.
Yes, we're having a row.
Tom called the police and told them if somebody didn't come over and stop the fighting, that one of them was going to be hurt.
You can see where this was going. Increasing rows, more bitterness, more anger. And this was a woman who was going to blow.
The police never come. And Tom will never see daylight again.
She came into the room. She hit him across the head. There was an indentation on his forehead. That would clearly, at the very least, have stunned him.
I think Jane hit Tom in the head first because she wanted to make sure he could not fight back.
She took an 8-inch kitchen knife and stabbed him through the chest, and it hit the left ventricle, which caused massive internal bleeding. He basically bled to death.
Jane may have thought of killing Tom before this horrible night, but it really came into focus for her when he completely rejected her. At least that's what she felt. And she ended the pain, and she made him pay.
Jane flees and sends bizarre text messages to her rich and royal friends.
Sends text to various people including the Duchess of York, stating that Tom had been murdered by somebody else, and she was surprised by it all. Now, you know, that's her first reaction. That shows a very manipulative and calculating person.
There's enough evidence to make Jane the prime suspect. Police track her cell phone and 2 days later arrest her. Jane's defense is that she's the victim. Tom attacked her.
She murdered him in life, and she murdered him again in death by trying to destroy his reputation. Tom was, in fact, Mr. Nice Guy. I mean, the evidence was overwhelming, and the jury clearly believed the prosecution story because we had amassed so much evidence.
In 2001, Jane is sentenced to life in prison. She's eligible for parole in 2012.
If she had shown remorse at the earliest opportunity, had admitted her guilt, she probably would look in manslaughter and probably got 5 or 6 years.
I don't think Jane is a born killer. I think there was a sequence of events in her life that led her to staying in a bad relationship and then ending that relationship badly.
You're gonna just sit there and act like nothing has happened.
A woman used to control is hard to stop.
This is the kind of person that will not let anyone get away with anything that she doesn't want.
Oh yeah, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, hey?
Being the boss can be all important.
She saw what she wanted, and she made it happen.
In California, 2002, the town of Clovis is a peaceful haven.
Clovis is generally known as being a quiet community, quiet, kind of an upscale neighborhood.
An ideal place for Tim and Larissa Schuster to raise their children.
They were married for about 20 years. For a lot of people, they seemed like a pretty normal couple.
Make sure you serve those potatoes evenly. I want my full share.
Affluent and successful, the family's good fortune is due to its strong leader, Larissa.
You kids want crackling or not? Right.
Say grace.
Larissa grew up in Missouri, and she was a hard worker. She excelled in high school, academically, athletically, and was a very ambitious woman.
The couple work together, but it's biochemist Larissa who calls the shots.
Now this is what I'm talking about. Steve, come and have a look.
Really?
She builds up $1 million research laboratory.
This is what we're aiming for.
Pretty strong-willed woman who really commanded the respect from a lot of people in her industry. She was basically running the business, and Tim was the accountant, part-time.
Larissa makes her career out of chemical reactions, and no one gets in her way.
She's a take-charge person. She's a type of person who sees what she wants and makes it happen, gets it done.
Wow. Well done, Larissa.
Will you try and find some more like this?
Yeah, sure.
But her experiments don't stay in the lab. Larissa chases a different type of chemistry through illicit affairs.
There were marital problems and intimacy issues. Larissa had gone outside of their relationship.
Larissa is so confident, she brags to her friends at the local beauty parlor.
I mean, after I told him, he just acted like nothing had happened. I mean, what sort of man doesn't care if his wife is cheating on him? He's like a nothing of a human being.
It's like half a man.
Long-suffering husband, Tim, is used to the humiliation.
Larissa Schuster was a bully. She bullied her husband.
You're gonna just sit there and act like nothing has happened.
Behind closed doors, the family is at each other's throats. Their teenage daughter is powerless.
Like you care that your wife has had an affair.
Do you really think I want to hear this?
Their entire relationship was based around Larissa running the show.
I want my daughter to know what sort of pathetic man she has for a father.
That's enough, Larissa.
She was very controlling. She was very violent towards Tim.
What if I do this? What's he gonna do next, huh?
Neighbors would say that they could hear Larissa yelling.
I said stop that!
Stop it!
Crazy.
Things just got worse and worse.
I hate you!
The family is falling apart. Larissa sends her unhappy daughter out of the state.
Not knowing what to do with Kristen, they actually shipped her off to Missouri to live with her grandparents.
Look at you. Pathetic!
With her marriage on the rocks, Larissa confides in her beautician.
I just wish I could finish the job and get rid of him completely. Oh, I just wish he was dead.
Just joking, you don't mean that.
Larissa's manicurist said that Larissa looked at her with a very serious face and said, "I wish Tim was dead."
I'm serious. I wish Tim was dead.
Not in a joking manner. Her manicurist tried to play it off and said, "You know, you're just joking. You don't really mean that." And she looked at her and again, very seriously said, "No, I mean it. I wish Tim was dead."
And I know people that could make it happen.
Tim has no idea his wife is making lethal threats. He's busy packing his belongings. He's moving out.
When Tim decided to move out of the house, that was a big moment because it showed that he was no longer gonna do whatever Larissa told him to do.
Although Larissa is now free to pursue her affairs, she becomes obsessed with Tim's defiance.
This is the kind of person that will not let anyone get away with anything that she doesn't want.
Tim moves into his own place. As Larissa recruits an accomplice, loyal employee James Fagon.
Got another job for you.
It could be Larissa brought her minion into the murder plot because she really wanted the help. I don't think that was necessary. I think Larissa liked bossing people around.
First order of business, a midnight raid on Tim's condo.
That's enough.
She recruited James to go and vandalize the house, take back some of the things that she felt were rightfully hers.
But Larissa wants more than a handful of material goods.
She realized things weren't going to go her way, and so she decided to try to make them go her way.
She wants everything. In 2003, Clovis, California, 47-year-old biochemist Larissa Schuster runs a successful research laboratory.
Commanded a lot of authority and was ambitious, got things done.
What if I do this? What's he gonna do next?
But Larissa is also a control freak who belittles and beats her husband, Tim. He's moved out of the family home and is filing for a divorce.
Significant amount of money which was at stake between the business and the two homes, roughly over $1 million, which was potentially in question here.
I will destroy you, you pathetic little weasel. You're only
The way that she painted this picture of Tim was that he was the cause of the divorce, that he was a bad guy, that he was an evil person.
I will wipe you off the face of this earth.
That wasn't the case. Everybody else said the exact opposite, that Larissa was the problem. She was the mean one, the evil one, and Tim was really a victim in this relationship.
You're only half a man now. Soon there'll be nothing left.
and eventually she thought nothing of Tim.
Larissa's rage is white hot because she is about to lose half her fortune in a divorce settlement.
She didn't want to share any of what they had earned together in the 20 years of marriage. She wanted it all for herself. But moreover, she had come to hate her husband.
She wants to teach Tim a lesson. A chemistry major, Larissa knows exactly what to do.
She'd gone online and done research regarding acid tissue digestion and digestion of animal tissue. She ordered an extremely large amount of acid, much more than would be used by her lab over the course of a year or more. She also ordered a blue barrel.
Her loyal employee, 24-year-old James Fagan, is convinced to help again.
James maybe saw Larissa as perhaps a bit of a motherly figure and someone who kind of took control of things.
On the evening of July 9th, 2003, Larissa is ready.
Larissa calls Tim on his cell phone and says, hey, you need to come to the front door.
I need you to come outside.
And James, who is hiding, jumps out and tries to knock him out with a stun gun.
James said that he was struggling with Tim, and then all of a sudden, Tim just stopped moving. He looked up and saw that Larissa had the rags, which were soaked in the chloroform, up next to Tim's mouth.
45-year-old Tim Schuster has spoken his last words, but this is not his last memory.
James said that Tim was still making noises, so it's obvious that he was breathing in some way at that point. Two of them placed Tim inside the barrel. Once he was inside, they stood it upright with his feet sticking out of the barrel. And Larissa grabbed several bottles of acid and began pouring them into the barrel.
Tim's wife is dissolving their marriage, literally, while her husband is still alive.
While their son's asleep upstairs, she's pouring acid over her estranged husband inside the garage.
They plan to seal Tim's body in the barrel.
What are we gonna do about the feet?
But it doesn't quite fit.
Don't worry, I'll take care of that.
She took a saw and sawed the back of the feet so that she could push the feet down, partially severing them so that she could fit the lid back on the barrel and seal it back up.
I believe Larissa is capable of killing anyone that crossed her. It wasn't necessary to kill her husband. She wants it all.
But Larissa hasn't thought this through. Although she doesn't love her husband, many others do, and they miss him immediately.
So many people loved him and cared for him, and in her arrogance, she didn't believe that anybody else would care for Tim if he was missing.
Furthermore, Tim's friends insist he has only one enemy.
A number of people that told us about how much Larissa hated Tim and how many times she had said she wanted him dead. So we started focusing our investigation more in that direction.
When they search the family garage, the barrel with the strong odor is soon discovered.
Inside, they found the remains of Tim. Everything above probably mid-waist had been dissolved, and there was just a liquid, sludgy substance that was at the bottom of this barrel.
Larissa and James are arrested for first-degree murder. Both are found guilty and sentenced to life without the possibility of parole. Larissa Schuster is currently in California's Chowchilla prison.
Larissa murdered her husband, Tim, out of greed.
A brilliant scientist and businesswoman, has it all, but she lacks the most important qualification in life, a loving heart.
I don't believe Larissa was one bit remorseful for killing Tim. I believe the only thing that she was remorseful for was for not being smart enough to avoid being caught.